My methods of transportation when I lived in Africa, 2012, and Hawaii, 2012 to 2015. Today is Wednesday, 12 February 2025, and I'm going to go through this a little quickly. I am Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle, and I'll reflect on different methods of transportation I utilized when I lived in Africa. Port Elizabeth, South Africa, 6-month student visa, January 2012 to June 2012. And Hawaii, Honolulu, August 2012 to June 2015. I did not have my own vehicle when I lived in either lower location, nor did I rent a vehicle when I lived in either location. I was not actually old enough to rent a vehicle in either location when I lived there. So I did not soar on the wings of an eagle when I was out there. My eagle was like, but I still love you, and I still love my eagle. Here we go. So when I lived in Africa, my transportation methods included foot locomotion, including walking and running, Camby/taxi, which are actually different things. A Camby is like a van and you climb in and there's kind of a flat rate kind of thing, and then a taxi is by distance. And so different kind of vehicle setup. Then there was also shuttles, so that was one that I used both in South Africa and outside of South Africa when I was just traveling in Africa itself. Other people's rental carpooling, and then I'd help pay like at the end of the term, or if it was a trip with other people, like pay for gas or help pay my share of the car, but I was not old enough to drive, so carpooling, a lot of carpooling. I traveled via bus. And I also traveled via airplane because I did go to Zimbabwe and Zambia. I flew in and out of Zambia, but so there was airplane travel as well. Okay, and then in Hawaii, where I lived for my next extended chunk of time after Africa, with a brief stay here for a little bit during the summer, so back in June and then off in August of 2012 to Hawaii, Honolulu. My biggest was actually foot locomotion, walking. I walked a lot in Honolulu when I lived there. I took the taxi a lot, like to and from the airport if I had a big bag, and towards the beginning, and then I figured out bus routes later. That or like after the first time kind of thing. Others, rentals, carpooling. So like if my parents came and visited me and they got a rental car, or my aunt Danette and my grandma Connie came and visited me, like carpooling with them. And then I also took the bus, so I typically would walk or take the bus places, like to the airport once I got that kind of figured out, if I didn't have too much bags to go on the bus. And then I also traveled via airplane, inter-island, so like between the different islands, but also to the mainland United States of America. The lower 48, kind of, although Hawaii is further south in terms of latitude than a lot of the United States, the lower 48. So yeah, so there was some overlap there, but the shuttles and Cambys were more unique to Africa. So there we go. That's my methods of transportation when I lived in Africa, 2012, and Hawaii, 2012 to 2015.